my first recording of Targeted. Thank you so much, Scott. I appreciate this so much. This is our third round. You are so incredible for giving me the opportunity to do this again. And my co-host V is here. Thank you so much, V. And Scott, you do an incredible thing. You have Targeted Individual Day, and you have been a targeted individual for how long, Scott?
I've been aware of it since October 2016, but it's been since my childhood. But I actually got hit with it in October 2016 on the 2nd. So I was, I was pretty much isolated and hit with their AI, you know. But everybody knows about targeting. It's all the same story, you know, as far as that goes. But you know, as far as anything else, Target Individual Day is for everybody to participate with, and we would like everybody to get involved, you know, as much as possible, because this thing that is expanded across the globe is deadly, and it's ongoing, and it doesn't stop, and people have no defenses against it. So technologically unsound, and it's, you know, by far untrustworthy and unsafe worthy for the public. And these people need to be found out and exposed, and their funding needs to be cut. Everything about these people need to be cut. And the only way we can really do that is by the people, because people need to gather together. Because, I mean, I've always said throughout history, people have always gathered together to stop things like this, tyranny, chaos against the public, especially globally like this, where it's become an event where, wow, you know, this thing is actually everywhere. And, you know, you talk to people internationally, and recently spoke to someone in Afghanistan. He was talking about the targeting there. And it's no different from here, from Tokyo, Japan, to the U.S., to Nevada, to California, to Hawaii, to Greenland, Iceland, Ireland, the U.K. It's all over the place. It's a global effect that's taken over. And now we got to fight this thing back globally. So.
Absolutely. And the reason, and how I ran into you was I actually called in. You had given me an invitation to your radio show, Targeted, and like I've said so many times, so many people call into your show from all over the country, actually all over the world, and I'm so amazed to hear the different stories from all over the globe. It's always shocking to me to hear how many different people are experiencing this situation. And when the reason I think that what you're doing is so important is when this first started happening to me, I didn't even understand what being a targeted individual was. And the key, I think, is to get information out there for people who are just now realizing that they're a targeted individual, and having a place to go to,
Exactly.
and having some place to turn to, and people to talk to. Because that's one thing that I was lacking when I became a targeted individual, was I didn't have anywhere to turn to, no information, no nothing. So I think it's incredible what you're doing, and organizing these groups throughout the country. I think is just, it's spectacular.
Yeah,
I really do.
Yeah, and commenting on that, that's the reason why it's important to have a TI day, because, you know, when people are infiltrated and they become part of this program, you know, we want TI day to be big, you know, where people can see it. The people that don't know about the targeting, that eventually do find out about it, well, we have a day, you know, that's important. It's stamped. It's right there. It's for us. It's a global thing. You know, like I said earlier, this is TI day is an initiation for us to move together globally. So we want a global movement, not just nationally, but we want a global movement. We want people to get involved, because that's the way we stop it. This thing is attacking people globally, so we need to act globally together as one group and one organization, and that's what we need to be. So when people get hit by this thing, you know, they'll see that there's people out there, there's groups, organizations within the TI community. We have a day, and the important part of that day is that we can all gather together and on this day, and give public global exposure awareness. That's it. It's everything. So that's our brotherhood, that's our sisterhood, that's our family, that we're all acting together as one, and one participation, you know, participating all together at once.
Yep. I asked you earlier about the difference between being a targeted individual in the United States compared to being a targeted individual in other countries. The difference that I'm seeing and the difference that I'm hearing is that being a target individual in other countries, it just seems to be a little bit more of a problem in other countries than it is in the United States. It seems to be a little bit more of an issue, is what I'm hearing. A lot more common in other countries than it is in the U.S. But from what you're saying no.
No. About it being common, I think it's common almost everywhere now.
Well, I was going to ask, how so?
Yeah.
What did you say, Lee?
Well, I was going to ask you, how so? Because I've traveled from
Like
all the way over here to Europe, and
yeah,
I see no difference.
There's no difference. Exactly.
My experiences from the hacking to V2K, and the only fluctuation and change that I've experienced is in how vocal I've been, how much I'm doing to fight it. I mean, my symptoms, my harassment has gotten from very large to a very small, substantial amount, depending on what it is I'm doing. So for those TIs out there that say there's nothing I can do about this, there's nothing that can be done, it's just being done, that's crap. There's something you can do about it.
No, for me, no, that's garbage, because on my end, and I'm very vocal about it, and I take a different stance about it, but anybody that knows me knows that I've got to be me, and that's exactly what I'm going to be. I just don't put up. I don't put up with any of this stuff. I just don't. My position is that you've done anything, you've done everything to me. You've done everything to me. My family's gone. I've been raped. I've been beaten. I've been kidnapped. You name it, it's happened to me. So the only thing left for you to do to me is kill me. So you do that, do me a favor. So you come to my door, I'm gonna meet you there. That's my position. And I'm not trying to sound like anything that. I'm just saying that my position is I have to hit this head on, because it's my life. You know what I'm saying? You've taken enough of my life. I'm not going to let you take any more. That's where I'm coming from with it. And the only thing I need to do now is to hit my own personal issues head on with it. And we're talking about, in my opinion, we're talking about crazy people. We're talking about crazy, insane people that are doing and performing crazy, insane acts that are trying to tell me and other people, other TIs, that they're crazy, and having us put in mental institutions that are performing these crazy acts. No. And that's why the word needs to get out, in my opinion.
It still comes from a level of influence. The more powerful you get in influence and reach, the more it's going to matter. So for Mr. Rowe to put on a radio show, for you, Kristen, to put on a TV show, I've got a history of media talking about this stuff. I think the further we progress, the better. So we need to keep hitting it and keep hitting it hard. For there to be an International TI Day, that's a great thing, and I definitely commend you for doing that. And it's got to keep going. The train's got to keep going.
Yep.
Yeah, to keep going, that's for sure. We can't let them stop us, because if we let them stop us, and we it's going to keep going. So we got to put a plug in it, and we got to show these people who we are and where we are, and that we're global, I made what I was talking about earlier with someone was that, once the public starts once the public starts to see us more and more and more like this, the more we participate and gather, the more they're going to be asking, well, maybe there really is something going on. Maybe this thing is global. It's not just here in Ireland. It's not just in, I got a car alarm going off over here. It's not just in the UK, or it's not just in Poland. It's not just in the US. It's all over the place. So
I'm gonna tell you, don't be embarrassed, because when I did my radio version of the Red Pill Hardcore TV show, this was after I had left my radio stations, and I did it basically as a podcast from my cell phone and other recording materials. I moved around just to try to get away from noise. I went to a graveyard to record my show, and I had black CT helicopters just looking over my head just to give me that extra noise. I went to a school campus in the summertime that was supposed to have been vacant. What's going on? Just to make sure they can interrupt people. So
this for me is just you're a TI win moment. This is just a normal, average, everyday thing that happens. I don't think anything of this. This is just a moment. And this is another thing. This is why the word has to get out. Because when you go to tell people things like this, every time I go to a mall, or every time I go to a store or whatever, I get a gathering, or a street theater starts, or car horns start to go off, or there's a line of white cars after me or whatever. People go, yeah, right. No, listen. We're sitting here taping, and there's a car horn going off. This isn't talking to me. I'm not sitting here right now with a shocked look on my face. Absolutely not. I'm not.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Like this wouldn't be happening, I'd have a shocked look on my face.
Yeah. Let me see if I can get somewhere a little bit more quiet. Hold on 1 second, okay? I'm sorry about this.
Okay, yeah, no, go ahead.
Hold on 1 second.
Anthony Thomas is willing to.
Yeah, that's not cutting off for some reason. They're not cutting it off, and I want to be quiet because
we're like sitting here going, man, this is just normal, average, everyday stuff here.
I don't know if they know what's going off or not, so that's okay. I'll just move to a quieter place. There's a bench over here. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
so,
you know what? What are you apologizing for? This is normal. This is normal stuff here. This is what targeting would be made of, as far as I'm concerned. I'd be shocked if we didn't have this kind of stuff going on.
Yeah. It does happen. It's just, but this global event, we want to try to keep it going as much as possible. So I think they had an event over here not too long ago, and I guess they're cleaning up. I don't know, but anyway, we want to move on to somewhere else. It's more quiet. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay.
It's all good.
Yeah. It's all good. Here we are. Thank you.
And
okay, so.
Yeah, that's what it is to be a TI. Anything that you enjoy, anything that you want to do, you can get on there being some sort of interruption. Some sort of something to get in your way, something to sour the enjoyment of what it is that you're doing. Me, I'm a video gamer. I can't video game anymore. My internet connection doesn't matter how many times I complain, doesn't matter what I do. My internet feed is going to be destroyed to the point it's unenjoyable. It's unenjoyable. It's the simplest things. I've been a video gamer for 15 years. I've never experienced any sort of lag or any game crashes since I've been gaming, except for when I became targeted by the government.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I got one for you. This is just insanity to me. I play two little silly games. I play Hit It Rich Casino. Oh no. I play Candy Crush. I'm really good at it. And every time I play Hit It Rich Casino and Candy Crush, they interfere with my gameplay every single time. Because heaven forbid I should win a jackpot on Hit It Rich Casino. Heaven forbid I should be a winner on Hit It Rich Casino or Candy Crush. I mean, come on now. Because what I say is I am daily the manager of one of the largest adult daycare facilities in the entire universe. I swear to God I am. That's what it reminds me of. It just reminds me of trying to manage a great, big, huge, gigantic adult daycare facility. Because that's what I feel like I'm doing all day long. There's these great, gigantic adults out there who do not know how to manage their own life, that are doing these ridiculous adolescent things, and I'm sitting there all day trying to manage it, either being on my computer or my cell phone, and looking out my window, having adults sitting there stalking me, or going to the grocery store stalking me, and I'm going, and you're how old? That is what I am sitting there thinking all the time. And when we're trying to do something like this, you know, organize things, or we're trying to record something, all the while, I'm still thinking, even after 5 years, I'm thinking, and I'm having to do this. Why? I'm 51 years old and I should be retired, laying on a beach somewhere, enjoying my life. But I'm a targeted individual in the United States of America. Why is that? We are having to do something here, folks, that is absolutely and completely absurd. Absurd. And that is why the word has to get out. Because the more people that have to go through this each and every day is the more people that have to have an education about it, so that they don't have to go through this university of hard knocks like we all did when we started. That's the bottom line.
Exactly.
Well, let me do you one better. Let me tell you about my experiences in California. They have casinos out there. It's perfectly legal and whatnot. The casinos in the area that I lived in gave away these cards, okay? Every Friday, or they pick a day of the week, they give you $10 free to gamble with on that card. Now, with me going through my money issues at the time, I actually, knowing that me being a TI, okay, I'm not going to make any money, I would give, or actually I would go and play those cards. I'd walk away with 50 cents, maybe $1, while everyone else in the group, because I traveled with a group of people, they would make anywhere from $50 to $200.
Yeah.
Sometimes I hand off my card. This is junk to me anyways. Yeah, you can play the card. I give it to someone in the group. They would make 70, $80 off of it. They hand the card back to me. I'm walking away with 50 cents again. So the electronic tracking of who you are, it's pervasive. It's throughout everything. Every computer system, everything that they can hook into the internet, anything
Absolutely.
put into any kind of system anywhere, it tracks you. This is the AI. This is their harassment. So they made damn sure that I would not make any money. So I don't know if you have any experiences like this.
I went to the casino. I live in Castle Rock, Colorado. We have a casino, Black Hawk, Colorado. It's just a little ways away. I went to a casino and I won. I went to cash my ticket in to another slot machine. I fed it through the slot machine. It spit it back out at me. Fed it through the slot machine. It spit it back out at me again. First 3 or 4 times it did that, I thought, obviously it's a glitch. So I removed myself from that slot machine, sat down at the one right next to me, fed it through the slot machine. It spit it out. I kid you not. I went to like 6 slot machines. It fed it out, spit it back out at me. But
Wow.
around. I'm going, sure,
Yeah.
you people cannot control my slot machines. So I go to the other side of the casino, think, all right, I stick my ticket back in the slot machine, sure as it spits it back out at me. Now, I'll do you one better. I had won $168. Count it, $168. Put it in to get my money. It not only did not spit the ticket back out at me, but it jilted me. All but about $8.58. Now, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to go over to the Guido dude in casino and say, excuse me, Guido dude, my ticket said $168 and it just jilted me all this money, and expect them to look at me and say, sure, sweetheart. Yeah, you and everybody else in the casino.
Yeah.
But sir, I'm a TI, you don't understand. So I sat there and just smiled and nodded and went, yeah, Now, I would not have believed that as far as I could throw it until that very moment. Now, I went back to the casino again and had 3 or 4 similar situations happen, and I wouldn't have believed it because I am one lucky duck.
Yeah.
That's the truth. I can go to a gas station and scratch tickets all day long and win on every single one of them, hands down. I don't know why, but I can. But it's the truth. B is right. They do it, and I don't know how.
Huh. Must be something you got going on with inside of you, a lucky person, that's for sure.
Well, no, scratch tickets, yeah, but how can you hack a slot machine, for crying out loud? I want to know how you do that.
I don't know. That's crazy.
And then ATMs, I'll walk into an ATM, stick my card in, it'll spit it back out of me. I'll put my PIN in, and it'll say not valid, or this ATM is out of service. What?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Yeah, really.
You do that?
Well, I actually had the street theater. There have been times I've been need to make some sort of investment or some sort of business deal, and I would actually go to the ATM in my area in the grocery store across the street, and I would have some lady, shuffling really fast, walking in front of me. She goes to the ATM. She acts confused as all hell. And, pretends like, there's something wrong with the machine. I'm thinking to myself, I didn't see her even pull out a card. And she tells me, I'm here in Poland, okay? She tells me, no work. She turns around, listen, no work. I'd say, okay, get out of the way. I'm not taking anybody's word for anything. So she goes and talks to the security guard in the grocery store. They're both looking at me. I use the ATM machine, and I pull out cash. I fold it out in front of her. Yeah, I bet. That's as close as I've ever actually been to street theater and then trying to control a narrative. Most people would have giving up, say, oh crap, oh well, I gotta go somewhere else or maybe another day. Me, I know better. So,
Yeah. So that's pretty much the first that you've ever came close to that, I guess, huh?
that's as close as I've ever been to it.
Wow.
Oh, you would not believe the street theater that I have been a part of. I mean, I have been a part of some street theater that is unbelievable. And the first time it ever happened, I thought, surely this is real. Now, I don't know about you, Scott, but I've seen some incredible street theater.
Yeah. I've seen some things that that doesn't seem real. What you would call street theater, like a scenario or orchestrated scenes that would play out through voice frequency. You know, it's like they affect you that way by confusing you or making you believe that something is actually happening, when sometimes in all actuality it's really not happening. But the demonstrations that they put on you in your mind to make it seem like it is happening, but sometimes it's not. That's the technological side effect. The side effect of it is that they can manipulate your brain and make you think things that's not happening. You know, that's an issue, because a lot of people think the same thing. I believe it. I'm not saying that a lot of it is fake, but I know some of it can be real. But from my experiences, from what I understand and what I've seen and what I've witnessed, is that, you know, you can go somewhere like a grocery store, or, you know, your place of business where you work at, you know, or anything like that, you know, and people just seem like they're you know, controlled, mind controlled, or you know, because none of these people went to any kind of school to learn this stuff. How are they supposed to act accordingly by a scale or array of things, and then do certain things all together at once, especially multiple people that are packed in together? They're all acting weird. They're all doing these crazy things. But in reality, these guys don't know jack about what's going on. They have no clue. They have no idea, you know? So that's like the technological side effect, is they're targeting your brain and manipulations to make you think these things are true and they're possible. You know, but with the Stasi and all this stuff, it has happened in the past. You know, it does still continue, but they've gone to the point of technology, you know, brain manipulation, mind manipulation, you know, messing around with your eyes and your hearing. You know, I've done a lot of my own experimentations where I've recorded things or recorded people, and from what I recorded came out totally different from what they were saying, or the voices were saying, or whatever the people were saying next to me. You know, I've done these things. So a lot of it's not real. I've put recordings down where people that it sound like they're talking about me, I would walk away, listen to the directed conversation, and they come back and replay that recording that I had, and they come out entirely different from what they were just having a normal conversation. You know, technologically, they have a way to tap into their voice frequency and manipulate it to your ears. That way it sounds different. You know, I know, because I've done these things on my own. I experimented on it. That's how I know a lot of it's fake. You know?
Yes, the microwave hearing. A lot of the street theater is microwave hearing, or
yeah.
There's a Doppler effect even. I've been in my vehicle, parked on the side of the road, say I'm eating something or whatever, because I'm on the run, and I'll get cars that drive up the road, seemingly flash their brights and scream something like, "We don't want you in this neighborhood," and it's car after car. They're saying something different. No, from the research,
Yeah.
I know it's not these people saying anything. None of these people know me. None of these people know I'm in this vehicle. But they do this Doppler microwave hearing effect off the cars, and as it drives by. I've heard everything with the exception of "Go back to Africa." So, yeah, I mean, even the car, the car lights brighting up. I mean, I know this can be effective with remote scaler, whatever, make them seem brighter than they are. Yeah, it's really horrific because that creates conflict. If we think Bill Schmo down the road is doing something to us, well, we're going to go and create conflict. One of us is going to end up in jail. One of us is going to end up being so pissed that we're going to go kill this person.
Yeah.
And there you have it.
Well, and I'm sorry, I got a massive freight train coming behind me, you know. So here we go with the freight train.
And yeah, I live outside of town. I live on the edge of town, outside of town, Lovestock. And it's so quiet after 10 p.m. You don't hear a peep. That's when I record. But earlier, if anyone's paying attention, they heard a motorcycle come down the road. I have motorcyclists going 100 miles an hour. Ever since, Kristen, you and I have started talking about doing a show, every night, I would say about 2 every hour, motorcycles, 100 miles an hour down the road. So,
My freight train is my issue right now. You never know when that thing's just gonna go meow right by.
So we have an example through all 3 cameras of the unscheduled noise that we have to deal with. Now, what are the chances of that?
Well, but like I said to you, when you're a TI, the chances of anything happening are very good, very good.
Yeah.
But you know, I wanted again, Lewis. I wanted I wanted to thank you so much again for you have been such a trooper. I don't know how many times we've tried this, and what you're doing is so incredibly important. Targeted Individual Day is so important, and the fact that you've hung in there with me and done this is just incredible. My show Targeted and what V and I are doing here is so incredibly important, and thank you again for coming on and sharing your story with us and what you're doing. Keep on doing what you're doing. That's all I can say.
Sure.
Keep on gathering people, keep on gathering stories, keep on getting uniting people together, because that's what we're all about, really, is getting the word out and sharing stories. I know you were busy today, and thank you again, Scott, so much.
Thank you. Thank you for everything that you've done too. And V, thank you. And everybody that's watching the recording, watching the video, thank you for listening and thank you for viewing. And we hope that you participate on August 29th, Targeted Individual Day.
Well, you know, I'll do anything I can to help any fellow TI, you know, this is what's all about.
Yeah, definitely. Can I give a brief history of what Targeted Individual Day, the reason why that date was selected? Can I give a quick brief message on that?
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Absolutely.
Okay, so August 29th was selected because of August 28th, 1963, Martin Luther King marched people into Washington, D.C., and he gave the I Have a Dream speech. You know, he led people to freedom with that speech and into Washington, D.C. So as a symbol of what happened back then with the civil rights movement and all this, now we're facing this on a global scale. So what happened back then now is now happening again, only with technology. So, you know, that's a symbol that August 29th is a symbolism. It's a symbol date for reference of August 28th, 1963. So that's the reason why that date was selected. So not a lot of people know that. I know I was talking about that a lot at the beginning. So you know, I want to start talking about that more and the date and the history of it, and hopefully, you know, people will come and learn what that is and what it means. So this is our initiation date globally to take this thing to another level and end targeting. So August 29th, Targeted Individual Day, 2018 first annual event.
Very nice. I'm glad you said that. That's I think a very important thing. I mean, I would not have known that, and I thank you for sharing that information very much.
Thank you.
Yep. I'd like to have you on again at some point in time, just for you to give us an update and to let us know how things are going.
Sure, definitely like to do that. Well, you know, Washington D.C. is set up. You know, that's one of our newest events is Washington D.C. So we got an event set up in Washington D.C. You know, we have at least well over 7 or 8 people, maybe more than that, but they're going to be there in Washington, and they're going to be handing out flyers and talking to people and doing what we got to do to organize and, you know, for future events and hopefully, you know, exposing this thing all globally. And Washington D.C. is a very, very important place to be. So.
Well, I know that if there's any possible way that I can get there, I very much will. If there's any possible way. So
yeah.
Thank you again, Scott. I appreciate it. You take care of yourself.
I'm sorry, but I would also invite you to send the producer, Anthony Thomas, any video that you have for anything. We'll find a spot for it in our media to bring more awareness to this. So all video recordings, video footage of the movement would be very valuable.
Very valuable. Yeah. So, you know, this is what we're doing. This is who we are. This is what we're about.
Okay. Thank you, Scott. We're going to go for today, but we'll have you on again. Thank you.
Thank you, Kristen.
All right. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.